Hey guys, it's Miguel. Um, ah, don't know how to start this video off. Yeah. You know, I didn't want to make this video, but I would feel it would be disrespectful for you guys. Um, Only because, you know, I know that there's some people that watch my videos and they enjoy it, which I'm happy about it, but you know, when there's a certain time where you don't upload, that's when some people are kind of concerned all that stuff. And I know that the people that have stuck around on my channel that have been watching my videos, I know they've stuck around, even though I upload the videos, you know, a little bit days later after the official trailers have been released. But I can actually appreciate the people that stay around. But um, the one thing I want to talk about, guys, is which is the title of this video, which I'm really having a hard time talking about because like I said, I didn't want to make this video, but I just wanted to go ahead and do this in respect for you guys because I want you guys to know what's been going on. So, I know I don't talk that much about some serious stuff on my channel, but it's all about being human. And you have some people that are on these channels. They have their own channel on YouTube, but sometimes they actually don't talk like a real person. There's some people that do, but there are some people that don't. For me on my channel, I don't really bring any personal stuff around, unless if I want to go ahead and share it with you guys, because maybe some of you guys have been through this. Maybe some have not, but one day we might go we might go through this problem, and that right there is a lesson that we should learn. So, but I'm not gonna go ahead and start anymore for you guys because I don't want to be disrespectful. But to let you guys know, there was supposed to be some videos uploaded a couple days ago on Friday, and unfortunately, they weren't uploaded. And the reason why is because I unfortunately lost my dog. My dog actually got out, and we have not seen him in a couple of days. He got out on Friday, and Saturday we haven't heard anything, and Sunday nothing. Now, first of all, my dog, his name is Lucky. He's actually a brown Shih Tzu. You guys have seen his picture right there on the thumbnail. Yeah. I'm not gonna try, get emotional thinking about him because it's just hard to talk about. Hard to talk about when you're emotional, and it's really tough to go through. But I'll try to do my best, though. If I start tearing up, then I tear up. But it's really hard, man. It's really hard because Lucky. Every time I bring up his name, dude, it's hard. It's fucking hard. Okay, let me straighten things out. I currently, well, I used to have 3 dogs, but now I have 2. So before I moved to Georgia, I currently had two dogs. And they were both Shih Tzus. One was Nala, and one is Chori. Um, Nala is actually one of the first dogs that I've ever gotten. Um, I got her in 2013, and in 20 I think it was 2014, 2015 is when I got Chori. He was actually my second dog, and he was actually the older one. Nala was the younger one, and Chori was the older one. And we had them right after, no, before we moved to Georgia. So we had them back home where I used to live in Connecticut, and then we moved here to Georgia in 2016, and this is where we started a new life. And then last year, 2018, well, I never told this story before. I told this a bunch, with my family members and some coworkers, but I never actually, told how I found Lucky. One day, me and my dad were working. We got up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we took my dad's truck to a client that he has because at that time, which was in September of last year in 2018, we were helping out my dad's client build a deck because their deck was actually getting old and it was falling apart, and so we had to go there and fix it. We've been fixing there for a couple of weeks now, and we were almost done with it. So me and my dad woke up that morning and we went there to the location that we had to go ahead and keep working on the deck. So me and my dad pulled up on the street, and we saw this brown little dog, this Shih Tzu, and we got out of the truck. My dad went on ahead and got some stuff out of the truck so he could go ahead and work on. And for me, I told my dad if he could take this dog because the dog was right there in the middle of the road. He was just walking around, and it was out of nowhere. I mean, we just pulled up to my dad's client's house. It was like 7 a.m. We pulled up there because we had breakfast, and so we pulled up at 7, and we saw this little Shih Tzu dog, just walking around. He was just walking around in the middle of the road. And we stopped the truck, and I got out, and I went ahead and stopped him before he could go any further. So my dad went ahead and continued on working, and I was like standing right there in front of the dog because I didn't want the dog to go anywhere because he was by himself, and I felt bad. And so I told my dad if we can take this dog and just put him in the truck, and to see if anybody owns this dog or anything like that, or maybe we could take him home. Now, my dad said, okay, but first we have to go ahead and find out if this dog belongs to anybody. So we asked a bunch of people around the neighborhood, and we asked the owner of the deck that we were building of my dad's clients. We asked that person if this belongs to anybody. They said no. We saw a couple of people that live in the neighborhood walk around. We asked them if this dog belonged to anybody. They said no, and so the dog was basically in the back of my dad's truck for basically the whole day. We got out at 7 o'clock, so we got in at 7 a.m. and we finished at 7 p.m. And so the dog was actually in the back of the truck the whole time. It was currently hot outside, so I put him under the a little bit under the truck because right there the truck has a little bit of under part of it, so I kept him in the shade so that way he would stay warm. And then I took him out of there and I put him inside the truck with the windows down so that way he could get some air. So after that, me and my dad took him home. We stopped by to get some dinner, and the dog was right there with my dad, and we took him home. We knew that he was Shih Tzu because of the way he looked, and I took him home and we gave him a name. My dad gave him the name Lucky because you know he was lucky that we found him, and so we stuck on to that name, and we gave him that name. I took him to the bathroom. I gave him a shower, and that dog was dirty, and I really feel bad because I don't know if the owner didn't take care of him, but it, it looks like the dog wasn't taken care of. Unfortunately, he was neutered, so he couldn't have any. He didn't have any genitals, testicles. He didn't have any of that, so he was neutered. Um, so I took him into the bathroom, gave him a shower, and after that, I gave him some food. At first, he didn't eat anything, because I don't think he didn't eat any dog food. Um, Maybe because of maybe he had an owner before, but I think the owner didn't take care of him. That's why he got out, and so it looks like he might have ate people food, like human food and all that stuff. I don't think he ate any of the dog food. So at first he didn't eat any of the dog food, and until some time has passed, and then he started eating them, and he liked them, and yeah, he started to enjoy eating the dog food. So, and then after that. We kept them for a couple weeks, and then nobody called us on the neighborhood of where we found them, and so we kept them. We had them as part of our family. We fed him, we took care of him, and on the day that we picked him up and took them to our home, he was in my room and he was sleeping. He actually slept for the entire day. So I don't know how long he was walking. I don't know how long he was like out in the streets. But once he got to my room, he fell asleep and he was like sleeping a lot, dude. So he must have been so exhausted, and I felt so bad, man. And thank God I saw him and I picked him up and I took him to my house and we took care of him. And then the day when my mom saw him, she was like she was like I don't know if you could use the word shocked or surprised. No, I think surprised. She was actually surprised that we actually got ourselves another dog. She got back from work, she came home, I brought him out and she saw him and she said that, oh my god, he looks beautiful, he's so cute. And my mom loved him. And she got along with him. At first, it was, at first it took some to get used to because the first day that my mom met him, and the next day he bit my mom. But I think that's only because my mom tried to do something for him to I think to clean him or something, and apparently he bit my mom by accident. Apparently Lucky does have a temper when it comes to his food because he doesn't mind if you grab him, if you hold him, if you pick him up. He doesn't mind if you do that. But if you give him some food and you try to take his food, he will bite you. He's done it to me, he's done it to my mom, and he's done it to my dad and my brother. He has done that before. Lucky for me, he didn't bit me. He just like scared me away. But yeah, if you touch his food, he will not like that. So yeah, so everything else was okay, but when it came to the food, not good. So after we had him at the house, we celebrated a bunch of holidays with him. I mean, we celebrated Halloween, we celebrated Thanksgiving, we celebrated Christmas, we celebrated a bunch of holidays with him. And once he got used to living in the house, it was great. It was great for him. We had 3 dogs. And my other dogs were still, we're getting used to him a little bit. My first dog, Nala, was a little bit jealous of him because every time when my dad or me would sit on the couch, Nala will always jump on the couch and just sit on our lap and just rest right there. But every time when Lucky would show up, and if he wants to go ahead and sit on my dad's lap or my lap, Nala would just go ahead and bark at him. And Nala right there is jealous. She does not like that. So kind of feel bad for Lucky, for my dog not to do that. But it took some time for the other dogs to get used to him. I remember the first day when we brought him in, my dogs balked at him for a couple minutes, but then after that things got okay. They did fight a little bit because like I said, it was new to them, and but things got all right. So yeah, we celebrated a bunch of holidays with him, and we took care of him. We loved him, man. We brought him in as our family, and he was getting a little bit emotional, but yeah, he was he was part of the family. Um, um, and then after that, came on Friday of this month. Um, well, on Friday, man, it's just hard to talk about it. But I have to do it so that way you guys will know what happened. So, on Friday, me and my dad were working in the backyard because my dad had a client that wanted us to make some planter boxes, so that way they could go ahead and plant some boxes on their windows so they could have flowers. So me and my dad were working there one day, and one of my dad's new clients came in, and he was actually a security camera expert. So he came in, he talked to my dad, and we was installing some cameras right there. And then it was like at 6:30, I had to go ahead and pick up my brother from school. So I picked him up, and after that, when I came home, the camera was installed and everything was all okay. And my dad's new client, he left, and I came home and I dropped off my brother, and me and my dad. My dad got into the car, and we had to go ahead and pick up his truck because for some reason his truck was getting hot every time when he would drive. It was heating up quickly, and we actually didn't know why. So me and my dad had to go to the mechanic that he has and pick up the truck. And we left there at 7:30, and we got there like at 7:45, I think. It was kind of like a 15-minute drive. It's not that far. So we left there, and then my mom came home at 8 o'clock, and she came home, and she had her phone in one of her ears, and she had her purse on one side of her arm, and she had a bag of groceries on the other side. And so while me and my dad were at the mechanic, my mom came home, and she started bringing the bags inside the house, and started cooking dinner, and feeding the dogs and all that stuff. So after me and my dad were done, we actually got home. I got home first, and then my dad. I got home around 9 o'clock, and my dad got home right around I guess 9:50 or 10 o'clock, between that time. And I got home, I got out of the car, I went into the kitchen, saw my mom, gave her a hug, because I do that every single time when I see my mom, of course. And I pet the dogs and all that stuff. So after that, I went to my room, relaxed, then I took a shower, then went back to my room, just relax and play some games and all that stuff, so I could get some gameplay in the background for the videos and all that stuff. So that's what I did, and after that, my mom made the dinner. I ate dinner, and after that, I went back to my room. And after that, it was like at 10:30, and my mom was calling the dogs for them to go use the bathroom. So my mom called Nala and Chori, and she was calling Lucky, but Lucky was not responding. And my mom was calling me and was asking me if Lucky was in my room. And I told her no, he was not in my room. And so we went to my brother's room, and we asked him if he was in his room, because sometimes Lucky will sleep in my closet or in my brother's closet. So we went to my brother's room and he wasn't there. And when we saw that, we got worried. And so we checked in my parents' room, he was not there. We checked downstairs, he was not there. And my mom was like thinking, did he get out? Did somebody take him out? Because I know I didn't take him out. I was in my room the whole time. So my mom was trying to figure out who took the dogs out and not bring Lucky in. So I was asking my brother, my mom was asking me, we were asking my dad. Nobody didn't know what the heck happened. And so we looked at the security camera of what my dad installed a couple hours ago, and we saw right there how Lucky got out. And how he got out is, when my mom came home at 8:30, she opened the door, and she had the bag of groceries on her left hand. And when she opened the door, she was paying attention to Nala and Shorty, because every time when she comes home, they would jump on. They would jump around because of the excitement of seeing my mom. And so while my mom was distracted by those two, unfortunately my mom did not see Lucky pass by. Lucky snuck around my mom, and my mom did not notice him. And my mom closed the door, and he went outside, and he thought he was going to use the bathroom. He went outside right by a tree that we have. After that, he was circling around the house a little bit. After that, he went back to the door. But unfortunately, my mom did not hear him scratching the door. He didn't hear any his whining. He didn't hear the scratch of the door. My mom didn't hear anything because she just closed the other door. And so Lucky actually, he went back into our driveway and he started walking around. And the one part that was really hard was it was starting to turn night. And it was like during sundown, he started walking around. And after that, I got home at 9 o'clock. He was still outside at 9 o'clock, but I didn't see him. I didn't see him because it was dark out. He matches the dark color. And I didn't see him. I don't know where he was. I don't know if he was if he was behind me or in front of me. I don't know where he was. I just went and parked after that because I didn't know at the time. I didn't know if he got out because I was with my dad the whole time and my mom was at the house and my mom did not notice him that he got out. And once we saw that on the camera, we got out and we searched for him. We searched for him at 11 o'clock. We searched like basically everywhere in the neighborhood. My mom went out to there was a neighbor that we have that has dogs, and they basically bark. And my mom thinks that Lucky might be over there because sometimes he's attracted to the dogs barking. So my mom went over there, and I went the other way to see if it's around the one of my front neighbor's house because she has a cage too. So we were looking right there. My brother was outside. We were looking all over him. We were trying to call him Lucky, and no luck. We couldn't find him, and so we had to go ahead and look for him in the car. My dad went to one of the cars that we have. He searched the other way, while me and my mom searched the other way in her car. And during that time, dude, I was just like crying. I was tearing up because, dude, Lucky is actually I don't want to say he's one of my favorites, but he's like a special because we found him in the middle of the road last year. He was by himself, and we felt bad. I felt bad. My dad, my dad sometimes confuses me sometimes because sometimes he loves the dogs, and there are sometimes he doesn't really like the dogs. I don't know. My dad figure confuses me sometimes, and that's that. On that day, I decided, not him. I decided to go ahead and bring Lucky home. My dad just wanted to go ahead and get the job done. So I decided to bring Lucky home, and that's where he was with us until Friday. And so, yeah, on Friday I was tearing up. I was crying because we lost him. And, losing Lucky, of how he got out, not gonna blame my mom. I'm not gonna blame my mom because I love her. It's not my mom's fault that she didn't see him. She didn't see him because she had the groceries on her left hand, and he like stuck under her somehow, and my mom did not see him, and apparently she didn't hear him because I think she was in the other room. So I'm not gonna blame my mom because it will be a shitty thing to do because my mom didn't know. And I'm not gonna go ahead and blame my mom for no reason if she didn't know, um, if she didn't know anything about it. So, I'm not gonna blame my mom because I love her so much, and it's not her fault. It just happened. He got out, and after that, she didn't notice him being out because my mom thought that Lucky was sleeping in my room or in my brother's room. Because sometimes when she comes home, either it's three of the dogs that come in and get so excited to see her, or it's either two because Lucky sometimes is always asleep in my closet or my brother's closet. So my mom thought that he was like sleeping, but unfortunately he wasn't. He got out. She didn't see him, and I'm not gonna blame my mother because that would be a shitty thing to do as a son of the person that takes care of me, a person that took care of me ever since birth, and I don't want to do that to my mother. I love her so fucking much, dude, and I don't want to go ahead and put the blame on her. I wouldn't do that. He just got out. We didn't notice, and we tried our best looking for him. We tried looking for him everywhere around the neighborhood. Nothing. Came up short, and after that, we couldn't find him. And dude, it was hard that day. It was hard. I cried. I couldn't stop crying because I lost one of my favorite dogs that I found in the middle of nowhere, and I took him in and I took care of him in. I loved him. He was special, and it was hard to see, to see him go. It was hard to see him go, and what makes things worse is, we were coming up on the anniversary of when we found him. We found him in September. I found him like the day after my brother, went back to Connecticut because he didn't like Georgia. So he had to go back to Connecticut to live with my aunt, and then he came back in October. So we found him in September, and dude, I don't know if I jinxed it, but if I didn't say it on that day, because I said this on Friday, I said that, we're coming up on the anniversary of the day that I found Lucky. And I don't know if I jinxed myself, but on that day I'm a little bit pissed off that I said that. Because I said that 1 year anniversary of me finding him, and then a couple of hours later, he's gone. He's gone, and I don't know if I regret saying that. I regret saying that. Probably should have kept that shut in my mouth, but I said it. And then this happens. We have not seen him. But I didn't know this would happen, dude. I didn't know this was gonna happen, but it's tough, dude. But anyways, on Friday was a tough day for me. I cried in my room and I cried to sleep, and it was so freaking painful, dude. One of my special favorite dogs is no longer with us, and we don't know where he's at. So Friday was a little bit rough. And then came on Saturday. Saturday I woke up in the morning and I had to go ahead and walk around the neighborhood and ask anybody if they seen the Lucky, anybody have seen a small brown little Shih Tzu dog. I talked to some people. They They said no. Some people said, we'll do our best to try to see and look out for your dog. And I talked to this woman, and she told me that her son, I don't know if it's her son or her brother, but he said that he was in the middle of the night, riding his bike, and then he saw a small brown dog, and he didn't pick him up because he said that it's rare that you see a a homeless dog in the middle of the night. You usually see the dogs in the day. You rarely see them at night, and he didn't bother to pick him up. Now, I know you guys are probably saying that that's a dick move to do, but at the time, the guy didn't know. He didn't know. He thought that it was like a homeless dog, that the dog didn't have an owner, and I'm not gonna blame that dude for not picking up Lucky, because I understand what he's talking about. I've seen a bunch of dogs go out in by themselves, and during the day. I've seen so many dogs on the roads, just walking around, big dogs, small dogs. I've seen so much dogs, and I've never actually seen a dog walk in the middle of the night. I've never seen one. So I can understand what that dude is saying. I'm not gonna blame that dude for not picking Lucky up. It's understandable what he's saying. So he said that it was at a location that's like up a hill that I always that's on my other side of the road that I go to. So on my street. So I went there, basically walk around my whole neighborhood, try to ask if anybody has seen the dogs. They said no, nothing. And so at 12 o'clock, my mom came home. We went to the dog pounds. We went to 2 dog pounds. We asked them if they have a small brown Shih Tzu dog. They said no. But they told us to go look around to see if there's anything that resembles that. We look around, there was no dog that resembles Lucky. There was a bunch of like big dogs, and there was like a little bit of small dogs. But Lucky wasn't there, so we went on ahead, put out a search warrant, so that way they can look out and then see if they can find him. So that right there will help us out. And then we went to the other dog pound, and he was not there. After that, me and my mom, we went to go ahead and eat some lunch, and after that, I had to go ahead and make up a lost dog poster. So I made it, and I took it to Office Max, and we had to print them out. We print 30 copies, and we posted up on the stop signs, on some of the light poles, and all that stuff. So I did that, and after that, all Saturday I was exhausted. Went to my room and fell asleep. And now, today, currently is Sunday, and it's Sunday at the time I'm making this video, because I think right now it's the next day, because of how long this video has been. But yeah, it's currently Sunday, and it's currently like 10 o'clock at night, and still nothing. I haven't gotten a phone call, haven't gotten a notice, and nothing. Nothing. And a little bit scared. Because I don't know. I don't know where Lucky is at, but I'm just hoping and praying somebody picked him up and has him in their home and takes care of him, because I did so much to take care of him. I just don't want to see him in the middle of the road again. Because I've seen so many dogs out on the road, man. And it's just freaking hard to see them not have a home. And that day when I found him, it was just like I was able to save his life. I was able to save his life, and he was with us for almost a year. And I kind of regret saying that he, we're coming up on the anniversary, and I kind of regret saying it, but I didn't know this was gonna happen. And let me stress it again. I'm not gonna blame my mom. She didn't know. She didn't see him. I'm not gonna blame my mother because I love her so much. But it's hard, dude. It's hard to lose, though. Not only a animal that's a pet, but an animal that's actually part of your family, a family member, and it's really hard, that nothing has come up, and it's sad, man. And it's not the first time that my dogs have got out. Lucky and Nala did get out one time back in Connecticut, but we were able to find them the next day. But dude, it's been 2 days now, and still nothing. Still nothing, and I'm just scared if he's outside of the world again. But if somebody's picked him up and taking care of him, hopefully they treat him well, dude. Hopefully they treat him well. We gave that dog so much. We gave Lucky so much, and it's hard to see him go. If I was at the house that day that he left, I would have seen him and I would have got him, but I wasn't there. I was with my dad, and I'm a little bit sad. I think I could have prevented this if I would have been at the house, but since my dad needed my help, there's nothing I could have done. So, but like I said, hopefully somebody's taking care of him. So hopefully somebody brought him in, giving him a home, somewhere where he can eat, he can rest. Because if he's in the middle of the road, if he's still outside, I can't fucking talk. If he's still outside after 2 days, dude, it fucking worries me because he has not eaten, he has not drank anything, and he's outside in the cold, dude. We're hitting the fall, and then we're gonna be hitting winter. And at this time, things get cold outside. And that right there, I'm worried about him because he doesn't have that much fur on him. We gave him a haircut a couple weeks ago. And I'm just scared that he's like somewhere out there under a tree, under a cardboard box, under, I don't know, under a house or something, and just lying there being cold and hungry. And it just worries me, man. I don't want to see nothing bad to happen to him, but if somebody found him, if somebody gave him a home, I really appreciate that. We gave him what we can for him, and he's gone, and if he went on to another family, I'm hoping and praying they treat him well. Because we gave him so much love, dude. We gave him so much love, and we made him a part of our family. Just hoping and praying that he's okay. I just wish this didn't happen. hoping he's okay. That's all I ask. I want him to be safe. I want him to have a good home. I want him to be safe. I fucking love that dog, man. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep on putting up the posters. If the posters get wet when it rains or if they fall down, I just go ahead and repost them back up. And if somebody finds them and brings them back to us, it'll be fucking great, man. But if he's with somebody else and being taken care of, that's all I ask. That's all I ask. It's better to be in the world. It's better to, not be outside and be, in the dark and being, scared of traffic and all that stuff. It's better to be inside than outside. So I'm hoping somebody found him and somebody took care of him and somebody, gives him a home. Because I know I fucking did. I miss him. Hopefully he's safe. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I know sometimes I actually don't talk about real life on my channel that much, but this is something I wanted to go ahead and let out and to let you guys know what's been going on for the past couple of days. I know you guys are probably wondering, for the past, every week, you guys are probably wondering yourself about me posting the videos and all that stuff. That's only because of work, but when it comes to something serious that has happened, that right there is that takes things to a whole different level. But I'm trying to do my best to try to cheer myself up on this stuff, but it's hard, man. I just miss him. I just miss him. Just hoping he's safe and just hoping that he has a home. Because I don't want Lucky to be out on the road again. I found him once on the road. I don't want to find him on the road again. The worst thing that could happen if I found him on the road dead. That would be the worst thing. So I'm just hoping and praying somebody gave him a home. Hoping and praying, man. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to this stuff. I mean, I really appreciate you guys. I know there are, there's those days that that sometimes my videos come out late, but like I said, I always want to make my videos nice and perfect. And like I said on my motto, I want to be first, I want to be right. So, I just want to go ahead and say that, and at least I have someone to talk to, because my brother, I can't talk to him because he's doing his own thing, and my parents sometimes are tired, so. But at least I have you guys to talk to, and I hope you guys can understand what I'm going through right now. But like I said, I really don't like to talk about some serious stuff that happened in my life. But when I want someone to talk to, I can talk to you guys. So because you guys are family, you guys are part of the Too Cool family right here on my channel. Everything that happens right here, we all treat each other with as this family member, and I really appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are good friends. You guys are great, and I love you guys for enjoying my videos and enjoying me too, because I know that there are some people that send me some messages, and they actually like me. They like my energy of when I put into my videos and all that stuff. So I really appreciate that, guys. So that's one thing I'm happy about, that you guys not only like, that you guys don't only just like my videos, but you like me. So I really appreciate that, guys. So thank you so much. And the next time you guys will see me, hopefully will be a bit of a better Miguel. So but, I just want to go ahead and let this out, guys, because it's just a hard thing to talk about. But I'm hoping and praying that he comes back to my house, and hoping and praying that he's safe. But if something does come up, guys, I'll let you guys know. So but anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have pets, take good care of them. Watch them, always love them, hug them, do whatever you can. And always keep an eye on them, because you don't know when they might go out, and you don't even realize until it's too late, just like I did. So make sure to take care of your pets, and make sure to love them to fucking death, man, because they're not just only pets, they're family, just like we are. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay too cool, guys. Bye.